turn my camera on for you guys in just a second. I am currently living it up in Maui, Hawaii with the fam. So just bear with me. I'm trying to work from the hotel room. Get set up. Awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Yes, yes. It's so funny because you say you're going to take lots of photos, and so far, like, I feel like I've barely taken any because it's just hard to keep up when you're doing a million things. Keep your phone out always. Trying to be here in the moment. Okay, so hi, you guys. What's up? All right, so we are going over today Fibonacci. I did a little presentation for you guys. I talked about this the last time we were on together, and I said that we would go over Fibonacci. So that's what we're doing today. I made a little, oh, whoa, what just happened? I don't know. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, you guys. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I know there's probably a couple of people still hopping on, but we'll just get going. Is this too loud for you guys? Should I go inside? First of all, just before we start. Okay, cool. All right, so I really wanted to, first of all, I just wanted to explain like why I want to talk about Fibonacci. I use Fibonacci. It really does help me out with just kind of eyeing where possible strong support and resistance levels are. The higher the time frame you do it on, obviously, the more the bigger of the picture you'll be able to get from a chart or a pair. So basically what's up, I kind of just wanted to first explain like what is Fibonacci, why do we use it in trading, like why did people decide like that was a good idea, is it even valid, like I don't even know. But basically the whole idea behind Fibonacci is basically it is the ratio between a sequence of numbers that you can get to very simply, and we'll go over all of this, but basically it's just the ratio, the golden ratio they call it, and that ratio is used. That's the ratio of levels that we use on with trading, and it's also the exact ratio in nature that you find in like a plant or a bumblebee, anything that we need natural, even us, like we can find Fibonacci sequence, like Fibonacci ratios, sorry, that's a tongue twister, in our fingers, in our, like if you look at the pattern on your finger and your thumbprint. So it's really, really interesting why people use Fibonacci, but it's really cool. So I know that it's hard to use. It's kind of like a weird thing to use, and it looks like a lot of numbers and looks like math, but it's really not math. It's just about the ratio between one point to another point. So if you look at a spiral on like a snail shell, then you will see that like basically the ratio kind of starts smaller as the numbers are small, and as the numbers grow, the ratio becomes larger and larger and spreads out more and more. So basically that's just how it works. So let's go over this presentation all about the Fibonacci. We need some hula music. I know. You guys, I'm so stoked to be in Hawaii, feeling super blessed and just really glad to be still able to hop on the call with you guys. All right, so page number 1. Oh, oops. Oop. There we go. All right, you guys. So the Fibonacci sequence, the Fibonacci number sequence is constructed by adding the first 2 numbers to arrive at the third. And we'll go over this in a second. I'm just going to read it through and then we'll kind of get into more detail. Also, please let me know if it gets too loud because it's been really, really windy here. And if the wind picks up, I might have to relocate inside. So just please let me know in the chat if you guys can't hear me or it gets too muffled. Okay, so basically the sequence is constructed by adding the first 2 numbers to arrive at the third. The ratio of any of these 2 numbers to the next number is 61.8%, which is also a strongly used Fibonacci retracement level and number. The inverse of 61.8% is 38.2%. which is also another really strong Fibonacci retracement level that we use in trading. The ratio of the sequence is what sorry, oh my God, I need to just this is so silly. Okay, the ratio of the sequence is what is really important. That's what I was trying to say, which I already explained to you guys. It's what is truly valuable, and it's what also forms everything in the most amazing symmetrical way in all forms of nature, including plants, flowers, turtles, bees, and butterflies, like I was explaining earlier. And here on the right, we have a couple of examples. This is what it looks like on paper if you drew it out. And these are the exact ratios. Obviously, I'm going to go over this number sequence a little bit more into detail so you guys can understand it like fully. Okay, so, and don't get overwhelmed by the numbers because it really is not the numbers that are important. It really isn't. The numbers are just numbers, okay? They're just the numbers that represent the value of that ratio, okay? The ratio is what's important. Okay, let's go next. And by the way, sorry, let me go back. How do I go back? Go back. The ratio, so ratio, like point A to point B, that's this ratio. Point A to point B, this ratio is bigger, right? These are smaller ratios in here on the inner circle of the spiral. Okay, whatever. I just wanted to explain that. The Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so basically, you guys, this is how we get to each number of the Fibonacci sequence. We're going to take 1, right, get my pencil or whatever. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2. And then we're going to take 2, the number you got plus the previous number and add those together next. 1 plus 2 equals 3, right? And then we're going to do that again. What's the number we got? 3 plus the previous number. 3 plus 2 equals 5, right? And then we're going to do it again. I know this is so simple and we understand the point, but I'm just doing this in order for us to fully grasp Fibonacci sequence, okay? But yes, I know this is very simple math and we all understand 1 plus 1 equals 2, yada, yada. But this is just how we arrive to the next number, okay, in the sequence. So we have 2 plus 3 equals 5. What's 5 plus 3? 8, right? What's 8 plus 5? 13. What's 8 plus 13? 21. What's 13 plus 21? 34. What's 34 plus 21? The previous number. It starts growing pretty rapidly as the numbers get higher because, you know, that's just natural. So that's how we're getting, imagine that spiral that we were just looking at, right? starting small and it's getting a little bit wider and wider and wider. That's what's happening with these numbers. And that we'll understand how we get to the ratio of these numbers in this sequence after the addition. So I'm going to go through all of these. I know this is boring, and I feel like it feels like math class, but it's not, I promise. This is all relevant to why we need to use it. And in order to use it, you want to understand it first. Okay, so 55 plus 34, we're doing this continually, okay, is 89. 89 plus 55, the previous number, is 144. 144 plus 89 is 233. 233 plus 144 is 377. Okay, so you guys get the gist of how we get to sorry, let me just exit out of this. How we get to our Fibonacci sequence. So look at these numbers. The first number of Fibonacci is 0 also. So 0 plus 1 is what? 1. Okay, so this is the actual sequence. If you look, all of these numbers, these result numbers are lined up next to each other. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 377. Okay, so now let's get to how we get to that ratio. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci retracement. Wait, first of all, before I move on, does everybody understand the addition portion of it, how we get to the actual sequence? Does everybody get that? Please drop a 777 in the chat. I don't want to move on before anybody is before anyone's ready. Does anybody have any questions on what we went over, how we get to those sequence numbers? No? Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's pretty simple, obviously. Awesome, thanks guys. I just wanted to make sure everyone was ready to move on. All right, so the Fibonacci retracement levels come directly from this number sequence. That means the ratios and levels we see on the Fibonacci retracement levels that we use in trading are these percentages that we are gonna find by dividing one number to another number from this specific sequence, okay? All right, so let me read this. The Fibonacci retracement levels come directly from this number sequence. After the sequence goes on, dividing one number by the next number, so the first number by the next number in the sequence, the 1, 3, 5, 8, 13, yada, yada. One number by the next number is always equal to 0.618 or 61.8%, which is what? What is that? Can anybody tell me what that is as far as trading goes? You're doing great. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Got it. LOL. Oh my gosh. I cannot. Okay. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do one of these. Let's do 3 plus. Wait, I mean, what am I saying? 3, 5 divided by 3. Oh, wait, is that how you do it? 3 divided by 5. Yeah, 3 divided by 5. So if you guys all do 3 divided by 5, you'll get this number, okay? And then so forth. So if you divide any number by the second number to its right, so instead of doing 3 divided by 5, you do 3 divided by 8, 3 divided by 8 equals, you get 0.382. Mine's a little bit different. Mine's 0.375, but that's super, super close. So basically, this is like the rounded average number that you get when dividing any number by the next number, and then dividing any number of the sequence by the second number to its right, okay? And so forth. The third number to its right to get the next level, the fourth number to its right to get the next level, and so forth. Okay, so the golden ratio of 0.618 or 1.618 is found in sunflowers, galaxy formations, shells, historical artifacts, and architecture. Right, you guys, so we use it in all things, and also it is just naturally produced by God. So these levels are, you know, I'm not going to say that they're like accurate, like 100% accurate. These are for sure levels, but this is why people in trading use these levels. How are Fibonacci ratio levels applied to trading? Fibonacci retracements can be used to place entry orders, determine stop loss levels, or set price targets. For example, a trader may see a pair moving higher. After moving up, it retraces to the 6.8% level, and then it starts to go up again. Since the bounce occurred at a Fibonacci level during an uptrend, the trader decides to buy. The trader might set a stop loss at the 6.1.8 level, as a return below that level could indicate that the rally has failed. So basically, it's saying if it's going to continue in that uptrend and bounce off of that level, then and it's already going up, then a trader may say, okay, I think it's going to continue in this uptrend. It's bouncing off of this level. But if it breaks below that level, then what? Then you're making a lower low, which means it could be changing trends. Okay. So, and then that's just my little presentation. After this, I'm just showing you guys some examples, and then we'll go on to the charts right now, and I'm going to do some examples for us. We're going to draw some Fibonacci levels, and yeah, this is crazy to me. I honestly love looking at this. It's really crazy. So here's our 1, here's our 5, here's our 8, here's our 13, here's our 21, here's our 34, and so forth. This is pretty crazy, you guys. Nature. What do you guys think about all this? Did anyone know about this? I know that everybody does know like an idea about this, but I wasn't, you know, I wanted to go over it because people have asked me. So I hope that this is helpful. Is this helpful to everyone? That's what I'm really asking. Pretty cool. I had no idea. Awesome. Nice. Awesome. Cool. I'm so glad. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, honestly, I feel like people like hear things here and there, but they don't actually know like why it works and how. Okay, so this is nuts. Like when you look at an ear and when you look at like a snail, you can see the 1, the 2, the 5, the 8. Like you can see how the ratio is gradually growing. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so it makes sense. I'm into like cool, you know, stuff like this. So this is perfectly up my alley. Man upstairs is creative and has a sense of humor. Yeah, exactly. He's awesome. Look at this. It's just like, it just is the way that things make sense. So I think that's just why it is what it is. All right, you guys, the end. That's the end of my presentation. And now we are going to hop on TradingView. And we are going to, whoa, okay. I wanted to do like a naked chart. So let's see. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to load a new chart and I don't know how to do it. 1 second. I know how to do this. Just give me 1 second. Okay, new chart layout. Make a copy. Make a copy. New chart layout. Load and chart. New chart layout. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Honestly, you guys, let's just do it like this. I'll just remove all my drawings. Can I do this like all at once, I wonder?
Go to the left-hand side where the bin is.
Oh, well, I just did it. Okay. All right. So let's go. Where I want to start from a naked chart because I want to just draw some fib levels, some fib levels from the monthly. Okay. All right. So basically, how we are going to draw our fib levels. Actually, let's not do the monthly because there's not enough trend change. Let's do the daily. All right, so let's do the daily. Basically, you guys, how we are going to get to a fib level is we are going to, here, first of all, on your guys' trading view, how do we find our fib level? First things first. We are going to, I don't even know, I always have to go through these. Go to this little pitchfork on the left, and it'll be this one. You see your cursor is the first, your trend lines are the second, and then this little like shapes one or whatever, this pitchfork one on the third one down, that's where you will find your fib retracement. Okay, so there's your fib retracement. Click it, and basically, you guys, if I were to want to find the retracement of this, let me think. If I wanted to try do, okay, so basically I want to do how long this has been an uptrend. So like, I want to find the strongest daily support that I see before this huge uptrend, before this, okay? So basically I see like right about here, all right? And I'm going to scoot this over actually. 1 second. I'm going to do it like right under. Okay, so I'm going to do it like, actually, I'm going to do it right here. Yeah. Right here. Okay. And that's just because there's a strong support. So I don't want to, I kind of don't want to do it down here because as we see, there was a downtrend like right there. So I want to start where our uptrend is beginning. Okay. So I'm going to do the swing low to the swing high because we started low, we're ending high, right? And the only reason why I'm not doing these ones over here is because this is the most recent and most relevant information that we're going to need for the next trading days with, just because, yeah, these are the most recent levels from the most recent trend. Does that make sense to everybody? Drop a 777 if that makes sense. Why I'm choosing to do it over here and not like starting way over here. You can too. We can go ahead and go back to the monthly and mark up all of them. And you can know where all of the levels are from months, you know, from the monthly chart as well. Yes, you can do I know that this, so yeah, I know you guys are asking like, is this even scalping? This all applies. Everything is applied, you guys. With scalping, the whole point is like, scalping is on the small time frames in and out of the market, but you cannot blindly enter the market on the small time frames. You need to know where the market is and why. You need to know where the market is on all time frames. You need to know even from the daily and monthly perspectives where the market is. You can't just be a scalper and never look at any other time frames. You have to know just like the levels of the pair you're trading in general. That's just a good idea, I think, to not trade blindly. So, all right. So now that I have my fib levels, I'm going to go ahead and mark these up. I'm going to remember, first of all, I'm going to mark one down here at the 0. I'm going to remember that this one I chose as the 0, okay? So label it. Oops. I'm going to go to the next level, and you're literally just going to mark up all of these fib levels, and then you're going to label them. And you can keep your fibs on your chart, but obviously we know charts get messy really fast, so you can delete them. The only reason why sometimes I keep my old fib levels like on my chart, the actual fibs, because I will delete and rename the actual line levels to something else as I'm trading. So they won't be labeled anymore as like 7, 8.6. And you can always like relabel something with like a text box or do whatever you want, or whatever you need to do to be able to, you know, let yourself know that those levels are there. Okay. And that those are levels to look out for. And you guys may be wondering, like, what the heck? There's not even a chart up here. That's okay. That means that maybe the market potentially has the potential, oh my gosh, that maybe the market has the potential to go up there at some point in life. Who knows? If it does, then maybe we have some levels already. Okay. And that has happened so many times. If you guys have seen, since I've been trading, indices have broken the all-time highs like so many times. I can't even tell you. We've been in such a bullish market all year. And I've watched during the, I know like a lot of you guys have seen it also, but there's so many times that the fib levels have been hit and been totally valid on indices. And they're utilized in the future once price does break the all-time high and go up to the new levels. It's pretty crazy to see. Like, that's why I like to keep my levels on there no matter what trend I'm using, because those levels could be applicable somewhere else. Okay. And obviously we did make an all-time high here and we haven't gone up past it yet. And we kind of like came down towards a key level down here on the indices. So we're kind of like playing around in this area. Who knows, she could break all-time highs again, but we're kind of sitting in this sideways market right here. As you see, we see a level like, you know, just chilling right here. Just chilling. And look, you guys, how perfect. I just cannot, like, look how perfect this looks, matching up with the fib levels from the 78.6 to the 100. Like, it perfectly ranges in between those levels from the zero, from this trend line. Drop a 777 if you guys see this and this makes sense, and this is amazing, because this is amazing. It really is. It really is. Cool. I know, I get all excited. Awesome. All right. So yes, I love it. I love it. I'm just like picturing a spiral right now, like, and they have a spiral too, you guys, but I need to do some research on that. I need to learn how to use it, and then maybe we can one day use that also. Okay, so, and also you guys, when you use this fib level, it also gives you a trend line that usually is beautiful and also is applicable. All right, so we dropped down past this 78.60 level right here, and it bounced right back up, and it bounced right off of the 100 level perfectly, and then came back down, and we're on the bottom side of the trend line. So either, who knows, maybe we'll continue down, or maybe we will go up and hit this level. Who knows? We will see. We will see. All right, you guys. So basically, I just that was a pretty good description. I don't know if anybody has any questions. If you guys want, I can go over a downtrend as well, or we can go over. Oh wait, before we we move on, I'm just going to continue to mark all these levels up. 12.50. And you guys can do this for any pair. It applies to everything, everything, literally everything in life. I think this is why I really love trading, is because it's super, I don't know. It's just a vibe, dude. I vibe with it. And this kind of thing just like gets me super excited. I hope it gets everybody else excited too. So basically when we find our support and resistance, oh yeah, I'll go into more detail. Sorry, I'm just finishing marking this one up. We'll go down to the smaller timeframes and I'll basically show you guys like how I use these on the smaller timeframes. And also you can make more fib levels. You could even just use fib levels if you want for support and resistance. You could go down on every single time frame, set your fib levels, and then you will have like levels on every single time frame. Okay. I should be saving these as templates, but too late. I'll do it later. 127.2. And I hope you guys are marking this up. I will give you guys homework. I want everybody to show me next week on their charts. I'm going to have you guys share your screens and I want you guys to all show me how you are getting to